Hey there. Thanks for watching. Today I'm doing a dimensional brunette balayage, but with a twist. I'm going to be taking my client from a level 7-ish to a level 6 with some teasy balayage highlights in between to give her some really a lot of depth and dimension. So I'm using high lift as her highlights. I use the clear lifter in 40 volume from Evo and a splash of Core Restore. So I'm sectioning out her hair as I would for a partial. I'm starting at the bottom of her crown and just going in and doing some slices and teasing those slices, and just applying the high lift color as I would if I was doing a balayage, just really feathering it up and trying not to get it into the teasy parts. And then I take the sections that were remaining underneath and I'm just going to do some tip outs. So I took that. So she has pretty fine hair, so I just had to make one section or two sections for this. And I'm basically taking the section, teasing it up, and then weaving that and highlighting the weave. And then I'm doing the same for the hair that was left out of those foiled highlights. So now I'm going around her face and doing some fine weaves in the front here. This will be her money piece, although I'm not intentionally making it like a bright money piece. It's just going to be a little bit of a pop around her face. I'm only doing 2 foils here. I didn't want to get too crazy because she wants to feel brunette with this color, but still have some, a little bit of lightness in there. And I'm taking diagonal sections, just going up. This is usually the standard for me when I do like a beachy balayage, foilyage look. I do diagonal sections all the way up. And I feel like I was going to do weaves, but I decided on slices just because I feel like that'll give her those like pretty ribbony looking highlighted pieces throughout her hair, and it'll just look so beautiful against the darker brown that we're going for. Initially we were going to do a level 5 on her, and here I'm just doing the other side, same thing, just speeding it up a little bit faster because we saw this already. But yeah, so we initially we're going to do a level 5, but I felt like that might be too dark for her, and especially thinking about the grow out. She says she wants something low maintenance, and so she doesn't have to come in all the time. So I was like, okay, I think I'm going to go with a level 6 just because it's closest to her natural, and as her hair grows out, it won't look so drastic with that line of demarcation. So here I am mixing level 6, and I'm doing half 20, half 10 with a splash of Core Restore, my favorite. It's so great for protecting the hair and giving an even color. It's like a little mini treatment in the color, so why not, I love Core Restore from O&M. I use it in almost every color service I do. So this part was a bit tricky for me because I had all these big teasy sections, and I thought about this beforehand when I was doing it. I was like, oh boy, I'm gonna have to go in here and color these, but I just took my time and I just really made sure to saturate those areas really well, and also to like peel down the foils a little bit at the top so I get the teasy parts of the foils. So it blends, when you comb it out, it like blends really seamlessly. So the back was like my main, and it took me a little bit to get through this, but I just really made sure I'd saturated because you don't want to get any spots where you missed color. So I'm just going in, just getting it all in there as best as I can. Thankfully, she has really fine hair, so it wasn't that overwhelming. If she had like, longer, heavier hair, it probably would have taken me so much longer to do. But she has this beautiful, silky, fine hair that just is really easy to work with. So I was really thankful for that. But yeah, just going through each section, each diagonal foil, and taking all the hair in between and pulling it through, getting her base really well. And yeah, just saturating it all really well. The high lift, I decided on high lift for her instead of bleach because she didn't want to be super blonde. That wasn't her expectation. She just wanted some dimension. She wanted to feel a little bit darker, but didn't want to be completely dark all over. So, I thought, well, high lift would work because she pretty much had virgin hair. So I love using high lift for highlights, especially on virgin hair, and also for brunettes who just want a little bit of lift. They don't want to be blonde, but they want just a little bit of a dimension in their hair. And occasionally I'll use it over people who have been previously colored, and it works. This was something I learned early on in my career, was working with high lift. My friend Felicia did it all the time on her clients, and I loved the effect of it because it was just so soft, and it toned the hair, and it just, for people who, and it even works for people who aren't wanting anything super different with their hair. They just want a little bit of dimension, but they don't want to be overly blonde. The high lift is awesome for highlights if you want that look. I mean, of course, if you want to be really blonde and lift a lot, you definitely should use bleach, but the high lift is great. So I didn't film it, but I toned her hair after everything had processed for about 35 minutes. I used the Hueverse liquids, and it was, I believe it was 9.6 and 9.37, which is their violet and their beige. I might have thrown in a little bit of 9.3 as well, which is their gold tones. So here I am trimming her curtain bangs, and I'm using the razor, which is my specialty. I love razor cutting. And I'm just taking I'm basically taking little triangle sections, splitting her hair down the middle, and taking the little corner of where the part is and bringing it over, and cutting that, and then doing it to the other side too. You can probably see better right here. And just doing little strokes, and I think I just did like 2 because her hair's so fine. I didn't want to like cut it back too much, and that's all she wanted. She didn't want like a shag or anything like that. She just wanted some curtain bangs and some framing around her face. So now I'm going in with I Create Lift from Innersense, which is one of my favorites for fine hair. Give lots of shine and volume and hydration, and it's just the best. I use it all the time in my blowouts, and especially fine hair clients that want volume. It's just so great for that. But I love seeing this sped up because you can start to see the dimension coming through with the blow dry. That's like my favorite part when I'm in the salon, is just how magical it looks as it's getting drier. And I'm always like crossing my fingers. I hope it came out okay. I hope it looks all right. Like it can be scary sometimes. You just don't know until it's dry. And here, this is how I like to style curtain bangs. I'll take the round brush and have the hair blowing backwards, kind of like a mohawk, and then twisting it. And that kind of gives a cool like 70s curtain bang kind of vibe. That's my favorite way to blow dry curtain bangs. And then I'm just going through the curling iron because her hair is very fine and silky and straight, so I wanted to give her a little bit of curl, and you can really see those ribbons of blonde popping through against the brunette that we did the level 6 that we put on her. And it's so pretty. I love watching hair being curled. It's very satisfying. Hopefully you feel the same way. I had to slow down these bits of the video because I just, even though I know it's me doing it and I know what it came out like, I just like watching people style hair. It's my favorite. Yeah, and this was the final result. Looking so much more dimensional and darker, but not too dark. I just really loved how it came out. Her hair felt so good and so healthy, and it was just something a little different for her than what she normally gets. So yeah, feeling a little brunette, feeling a little goldeny, highlighted, and she's so cute. She's like, I didn't wear any eye makeup, so she wore sunglasses instead. So that's why she has her shades on. And here's the before and after. You can really see the difference there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Bye!